Hey, everybody, welcome in. Please excuse my rather nasally voice. I have quite a bad cold, but carry on we must. So, today's message: all life begins and ends in the void, right? It is a place where nothing and all possibilities exist at the same time. It can be seen as a place of comfort or as a place of overwhelm, for we cannot see anything in the void, and yet it is where all seeds germinate. This place of fertile unknowingness is calling us to surrender all expectation to the mystery of where and what those seeds that you plant will become. The void normally occurs after we have closed a chapter in our lives. And so it is a space that calls for us to have faith, to trust, and to surrender control. It is a space that we had set for ourselves before we even reincarnated into this lifetime. It is a space for us to remember that we had chosen everything we had gone through. We had actually plotted out all these moments along the timeline of our lives. And in this voided space, we need to intend to connect and to ask questions of ourselves. And then we need to allow the answers to come as we listen deeply to the light within. This will bring us to the awareness of our answers. So, your soul has set up this time, right, for you to assess all you had been through, to see how far you have come, to acknowledge the lessons and the growth in all that you have experienced. Isn't that amazing how life, when we become consciously aware of it, how life works? To me, that is such a beautiful experience. Sometimes we are so busy rushing around that we don't become consciously aware of these things, and sometimes we just need a reminder, because the soul always remembers. It is a time of inner integration, of reflection and of refocus as we set the course for our next chapter. I think it is such a beautiful time in our lives, that place of the void, because everything is possible in that space, and we are the ones that make the choice. And that choice then comes in, right, as to whether we want to continue going in the same direction, carrying the same vibration. Do we want to continue along the same timeline, or whether we want to choose a different vibration, a different timeline? So, and that is a choice that we need to make, right? No one else can do that for us. We have to remember also in this space that we cannot continue making the same choices over and over and over and then expecting different results, right? So the wheel of life is always turning, and wherever we place our yes will be the timeline we choose. We should see the wheel of life, and especially when we are in the void, we should see it as two wheels on an axle. So the one wheel is the wheel of fate, and the other wheel is the wheel of destiny. And the difference between the wheel of fate and destiny is such that the wheel of fate is what we are born into. So that will be our culture, um, maybe our religion, our values, our beliefs, our mindsets. From the age that we were born, we were kind of programmed to think a certain way, to behave a certain way. We followed along society, whatever society had told us we had to be. That would be your will of fate. Your will of destiny, however, is the one your soul chooses. And this will normally be the road that is less traveled. And the choices here could be in your career, in your relationships, or even a difficult decision that you need to make. So the wheel of destiny takes a lot of courage, faith, and trust. And if you have chosen to follow your destiny, you are more than likely at this time in the void having to make a choice to follow either the fated life or the destiny life. Please remember, though, that either choice you make will be the right one for you at this time. So that will be my message for you today. Just something to think about and for you to make a choice. Take your time. Ask the questions of yourself and you will arrive at the answer. So from my heart to yours, I'm sending you peace